for everybody, since I've never driven one of these before.
Okay, so you push the button while you step on the brake. Do you need to move the seat back?
Let's see.
I know your wife is back there.
I think we're good.
I'm fine. I still have leg. That's good.
Yeah,
so you step on the brake and push in the ignition button.
Okay.
And there we are. We're on.
Wow.
We're on?
We're on. Oh, here, I'll turn that off.
It's so quiet.
It makes no sound at all.
Gee.
What if I can get right through there? I think I can.
Drives really well, and it's in eco mode if you notice.
All right.
So that means the torque isn't as strong as it could be. Like if you want to try out the torque safely, you would take it out of eco mode by pushing that.
Oh, I see.
And then even though it's not a BMW or a Tesla, it has a pretty nice torque.
Oh,
so if you want to try that out.
Okay, and then just to get.
Oh, okay, so you put it in. Yeah, drive would be down here and reverse is up here.
Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Let me just adjust the mirror here a little bit. And then what do I, there's no gas pedal, is there? Or what
oh, yeah, there's a gas pedal. Well, it's not a gas pedal. That's
electric pedal.
It's I forget what some people call it, but you
they call it something different. Yeah,
well, there's no gas ever in this car,
yeah,
so
it's not really a gas pedal. Accelerator, how about that?
Accelerator. And, you know, the people...
It's unbelievable, really. It's amazingly... I mean, just the quietness and it's just really nice. Yeah, this is definitely the future for sure.
I know that, and you know, it's no exhaust, so the air pollution, air pollution is carcinogenic. I mean, we are all breathing in secondhand smoke in a sense without laws to protect us, like with cigarettes. And not that I'm adverse to cigarette smokers or anything. It's just that we shouldn't have to breathe the exhaust of other people, and because oil companies have prevented the manufacture and production of electric cars up until this time.
Oh yeah, the whole thing's changing right now. It's all going electric, and electric's all going into solar. So
yeah, now that's what
we did. Look, we went on the dependency of landlines. You know, that all of us had landlines, and then cell phones allowed us to be more portable as far as our ability to communicate. It was more mobile.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely no doubt it's going this direction. I mean, even big metropolis areas are seeing the light. Mexico City, for one thing.
That's what they needed the most.
Oh yeah, when we were in Mexico City, all the taxis at the Zocalo were electric. It was very interesting.
Oh, it's so nice.
Beautiful picture. If I can find it, I'll send it to you.
Please do.
They were lined up. They were all lined up in Mexico City.
Weren't they pink, I think?
Pink and white.
Pink and white, yeah.
Yep.
It's really neat.
And the charging stations were there.
Oh yeah, this is just really nice. And then with you know, the GPS right there, that is great.
Right. So, and it, like, if you wanted to find a charging station, you know, we could go to charging stations and near current location, and then it'll show you.
Look at that.
So you know, there's yeah. This is what I've been saying. You know, I mean it's.
Well, and then we'll be charging these things up with big, huge photovoltaic arrays. And it won't even be coming off the grid. It'll be straight from the sunshine.
Oh, won't you know that will be a blessing? That's the kind of thing I want to catch on my phone. So give me some impressions of you.
Oh, it's really easy to drive. And it's really, really nice. It's comfortable and quiet. And I mean, I don't know what else you'd want in a vehicle just to get around in. You know, it's wonderful. Very, very nice. They ought to put a little button on here where you can go vroom vroom or something like that every now and then. A little loudspeaker that goes wow wow.
Oh,
hot rod.
you know, see, this is like, I love quiet. So for me, but there are people who say to me, "Oh, I would miss the noise of a car," and I say, "You miss noise?"
Yeah.
But I guess it's part of. I don't want to be sexist, but it's part of something where I don't get. You know, I love the quiet. Now, if you back up, it does make a sound to let someone behind you know you're backing up, and to scare animals away or something, you know.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. You want to drive it, Louisa?
No, sweetie, I'm good.
Are you sure?
I feel this. I like the seats.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me get Louisa.
comfortable. The
So
seats
what is Louisa,
Oh,
let
the
me
contour
have
to your
some of
body.
your impressions of the car.
It's quiet. It's smooth as far as the ride.
Do you mind me videotaping
No,
you?
no.
Okay.
You know it is, and I'm big on seats, the comfort of seats. We drove all the way from New Mexico here, so you can imagine you don't want to be uncomfortable. You're sitting for hours,
Right.
and so these seats are really comfortable. And I like the fact that you have the ability to look up where the charging stations are. I don't mean to be ignorant, but my first thought was, well, can you really travel very far? And if you do, where would you? I mean, if I was returning this vehicle to New Mexico from Florida,
You couldn't drive this one easily to New Mexico. You would have to have a Tesla or a hybrid of some kind. And this only has about the range 84 to 107 miles.
okay,
So I drive to Naples, which is easily doable, but Alligator Alley has no charging stations. And so I would die halfway to Miami and have to be towed because there's no gas backup in this car. So you're not completely wrong in that sense. There are major long highways that do have a lack of charging stations. So for that type of situation, you need a Tesla or a BMW with gas backup, or a Volt, which 20 miles.
No, it's fantastic though. It's really nice.
but you know, one of the things that you look at, because so many people also their work, their even social activities, everything's within a 4 or 5 mile radius. You know?
Drive
And
around,
so
walk again.
this would be wonderful. An in-town car. It's gorgeous too, by the way. It's a beautiful looking vehicle.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you
It
say
really
that.
is.
Some people.
I like sporty looking.
Okay,
vehicles.
good, because I do too, but some people don't like the look of this car. And have you seen the BMW?
No.
I've seen pictures of it.
Oh my gosh, some people just hate that, and I like it too. But you might like it because you
Okay.
seem to have similar taste to me.
It matters to me. You know, you lock your car, you look back, you like to smile. You know, yeah, that's I got a good looking ride. You know, yeah.
Well, and this is a completely brand new, innovative, huge industry taking place around these vehicles. You know, with the batteries.
Oh gosh, and
the
it's just.
photovoltaics that Tesla's doing. Besides its automotive, you know, it's doing huge amounts of photovoltaic work, that's what charges up the grid, or you know, conversely, you can have, I would think, charging stations running right off sunshine. So they're into all of it, and it's great because it takes all of it to put this together. You know, because it's a transitional thing. We're right in the transitional period right now, and you know, honestly, people thought it would have happened 30 years ago, but too many competing interests.
Well, that's it. And also, you know, it could have happened with Ford. His wife only drove electric. She never wanted to switch to a gas car. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Because he had an electric car, and that's what she liked. It might be the quiet, you know.
There you go.
But so tell me a little bit about your solar stuff. Marcella said that you also have some interest in solar.
Oh yeah, I taught one of the first photovoltaic programs in New Mexico for 9 years.
No, that's really impressive to me.
So we were a little bit ahead of our time, and but yeah, taught that for about 7 years, I think, after we hooked up with Sandia National Labs, the community college I worked with. And so that was interesting. So, you know, I've been in the kind of in the photovoltaic world for a while.
Wow. You know, the happenings in Abu Dhabi of the week of sustainability every January. But I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no,
but
no.
I'm really, so go ahead with what you were saying.
Oh, well, then, I mean, after that, I retired as the state electrical inspector in my area in New Mexico. So I retired in November. So I've done a lot of photovoltaic inspections on utility scale systems that are tied back into the grid, and smaller residential systems, and a few commercial systems, you know, like banks and things like that, that have added photovoltaics to bring down their electric bills. So, yeah, definitely have studied photovoltaics.
Can we take it on to feel?
Do you want to go on the main road for a minute?
Yeah, just for a minute. So
Okay.
Yeah, and take it out of eco mode so you can feel the torque and compare what this is not one of the fast cars like Tesla. You know, you can get to in 60 seconds takeoff. It's really amazing. They can.
What's interesting is that, and again, I'm being honest with you. When I used to hear about electric cars, it's like somebody telling you that tofu is flavorful. You know, if electric cars can't have any real
I don't
power,
think tofu is flavorful.
but I do. That's what I first thought. I was like, really? You know, why would anybody want an electric car? They're probably bland looking, and just stripped down, and so small your knees are up under your underarms, you know. And then all of a sudden you get in this car and it's spacious, and the exterior is really racy looking. It's beautiful, and so let's see if you know what it feels like when we're on a longer stretch and we have some power. Right, baby?
Oh, absolutely. Hang on. You got your seatbelt on?
Yeah. And this is just we know that this is nothing like the BMW and the Tesla as far as pickup goes. This is for the old grandma me, you know, who doesn't care about torque.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, yeah, it just does whatever you'd want it to do. I mean,
this is sweet.
You know, unless you're drag racing down the street with the teenagers, this is going to be just fine. Yeah, let me see. We'll get through this slide here. No, this is just going to be a worldwide phenomenon, though. I mean, I've been studying about all the worldwide manufacturers, and it's amazing how many vehicles are manufactured worldwide that we don't even see in the U.S.
What do these cars run?
I'm a new car. I leased this at the end of last year when it was a new car. You know, the relief when I did it, not thinking that I'm part of a gas war, you know, and people will say, well, you're not using solar energy, but I always say, yeah, soon solar energy will be powering all electric cars, you know, and they're trying to work on that every day.
And then so the solar would be actually on the car. I mean,
well, there's a solar panel on this car.
We'll
have to point that out to you.
How'd you hear that?
I did, yeah. It kind of stabilizes the battery, I guess.
Yes, but I, like with Tesla, with Elon Musk, he has Solar City, so he really tries to connect his solar energy with his charging station. So if you buy a Tesla, this is another reason to buy a Tesla, is that you can charge at a charging station where they're really working to just have solar energy charge the charging stations.
They're working on it, or
I'd have to. I don't know enough about Tesla. I'm $10,000 used. He installed a solar charging station at his house. So in his case, he's off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even I wanted to write an article on him. He said I can't because he's too off the grid. But he only runs his electric car on solar energy.
And that's something.
So you can do that too. And it's just something for you two to look into for sure with your know-how. So you have invested in solar panels?
Well, I have in the past, and I've come and gone, and trying to do that again, because it's so much better right now than it's ever been.
And it's just
so much
going to
more
get
efficient.
more and more obvious that it's so much better.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the same panel size that was putting out 35 watts 20 years ago is putting out 250 watts now. So that's huge. It's 8 times more power for the same amount of space. And then the batteries are getting so much better. These ion lithium batteries are going to pretty much take over everything, I think, in the automotive industry and everything else. And even in gasoline burners, they're going to use this ion lithium battery to start the engine now. But when you got that smart technology and you feed back into the grid at night, you can actually you charge your vehicle up, and it may be a higher rate, depends on where you are. There might be tiered rates. And then what you do is you try to figure out when the rate's the lowest, you charge your vehicle up, and then when the rate's the highest, when there's the most demand on the system, your battery plugged into your socket there in your house can actually feed energy back into the system. You can sell it at a premium.
Wow.
So you can charge up at the low rate and sell it back at a high rate, hopefully.
Oh, that sounds yeah, it sounds wonderful, and it should be like that, I think. I mean,
yeah.
You know what, I want to get your email, because I would love to talk to you or just ask you a few more questions. We started that conversation about the criminal justice system, which I know little or nothing about, but all I have is impressions from my anthropology degree on my anthropology teacher talking about the problems and the incarceration rates and all of that.
Well, what's wonderful is that with this election cycle, now politicians, the people that are supposed to represent our best interests, are talking about it, how broken the system is.
Is there anything at Yoder's?
No.
Do you?
Oh, we could pick up something and take it back to the house if you want.
Okay, go.
You want me to go get something?
Yeah, go get something.
You guys chat. I'll be right back.
Yeah, well, I'll keep...
Just show me how to
Okay, just
this.
turn it, press it. Yeah,
Okay.
put it in park and press that.
Easy. Okay. Wonderful. We shall return shortly.
So, as you're talking about that, here, I'll turn this